Writing about family and friends, I don't lie awake worrying about it too much. In my experience, whenever friends have detected their presence in the stories, they've been quite pleased. And the nearest I got to an autobiographical story was it involved a funeral, the death of a friend of mine. And I actually asked the widow of my friend, what did she think if I wrote a story? And she was all for it. She thought he'd love the idea.
I definitely draw from life in my own writing, but by the time it's sort of reached the fictional world and gone through that process and then gone through all the endless drafting and redrafting that you do, it seems to belong to the world of imagination rather than the world of life. But that said, I'm sure I've annoyed a few people in my time.
Years and years ago, published a little book which was composed mostly of the stories my mother had obsessively told me about her father and her childhood. But her father's still alive. It was my beloved grandfather, and he read this little book, and I'm sure he felt like he'd been shot in the head where he was sitting in his armchair. And he brought me into his flat in Dublin, cursed me roundly, and we never spoke again, which was a great sorrow. And again, stupidity comes into that, because he did try and patch it up, and I was too young and arrogant to do it, not realizing, as you don't when you're young, that people die and you lose your chance. So that is a danger. But the other peril of it is that you don't want to offend anybody, but you know in your heart of hearts that you're going to write the damn thing anyway, no matter what. And therefore, the writer has a sort of outlaw, sort of Jesse James quality that you can't be in denial about. It's not a completely civil or civic occupation.
Look, it's particularly perilous writing about family and friends. You have a choice of three things. One, you can be so intimidated by the prospect of it you can not do it, or you can disguise it so cleverly that they don't realise it, particularly if they're readers. If they're not readers, well, go for your life. Or you can kill them.
There's something that makes them even more offended, and that's not being in the book. So it seems to me as a writer you can't win. You might as well just write what you're going to write.